Have you ever stood in your kitchen, holding a simple egg in your hand, and quietly wondered to yourself, is this helping me, or is it slowly hurting me? It is a question that millions of adults over the age of 60 ask themselves. Yet, almost no one receives a clear, honest answer. For decades, we have watched the narrative change. One year, eggs are praised. The next, they are condemned. One doctor tells you to limit them. Another tells you to throw away the yolk. Meanwhile, you might know someone who eats eggs every single day, and they seem stronger, sharper, and more energized than they have in years. So, where does the truth really lie? Here is what most people do not realize. The advice that shaped our generation was built on outdated science, misunderstood data, and assumptions that simply no longer hold up, especially for aging bodies. In this video, we are going to clear the confusion, calmly, carefully, and scientifically. You will discover how many eggs you can actually eat safely per day, how age changes the way your body responds to them, and why, for many older adults, the humble egg may be one of the most supportive foods for muscle strength, brain health, and long-term vitality. Welcome to Senior Prime Life. Let us begin. Part 1. The History of Confusion. The confusion around eggs did not happen by accident. It began more than half a century ago. Early nutrition studies from the 1960s tried to understand heart disease, but there was a flaw. They looked at entire meals, not individual foods. Back then, eggs were almost never eaten alone. They were served with bacon, sausages, white toast, and margarine. When researchers saw rising heart issues, eggs were blamed, but they were merely guilty by association. Those early studies did not account for the sugar, the smoking, or the processed fats. They also failed to distinguish between the cholesterol you eat and the cholesterol your blood carries. We now know these are regulated very differently inside the body. The human body does not work in simple headlines. Your liver produces most of your cholesterol on its own. When you eat more dietary cholesterol, your body is smart. It usually produces less internally to balance it out. Now that science has matured, we can see the clear picture. For most people, eggs do not significantly raise harmful cholesterol levels. The real issue was never the egg. It was decades of repeating the same outdated message. Part 2. Quality over quantity. Before we talk about numbers, we must talk about the egg itself. If all eggs were the same, this would be simple. But after 60, quality matters more than quantity. Walk down the grocery aisle. You see labels like cage-free, natural, or vegetarian-fed. These sound reassuring, but often they are just marketing. Cage-free often means hens are still crowded indoors without sunlight. Vegetarian-fed is confusing because chickens are not natural vegetarians. In the wild, they eat insects and seeds. For a senior body that needs real nutrition, you want to look for one specific label: pasture-raised. Pasture-raised hens roam outdoors. They feel the sun. They eat a natural diet. Because of this, their eggs are biologically different. They are higher in vitamin A, vitamin E, and omega-3 fatty acids. Most importantly, they contain vitamin K2. This is a critical nutrient for us as we age because it helps direct calcium into your bones instead of into your arteries. When you choose quality eggs, you aren't just eating calories, you are eating medicine. Part 3. The Nutritional Powerhouse. Why do eggs have such a powerful effect on aging bodies? It is because they support the very systems that naturally weaken over time. First, there is muscle. After 60, we face sarcopenia, the natural loss of muscle mass. We need more protein, but our appetites often shrink. Eggs provide complete protein that is easy to chew, easy to digest, and easy to absorb. Then there is the brain. Eggs are one of the richest sources of choline. Most adults are deficient in this. Choline is essential for memory, focus, and mood. It helps build the neurotransmitters that allow your brain to send signals to your muscles. And let us not forget the eyes. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin. These antioxidants protect the retina from macular degeneration. Interestingly, your body absorbs these nutrients better from eggs than from vegetables, because the natural fat in the yolk helps with absorption. This is why removing the yolk is a mistake. The yolk contains the nutrition your body is craving. Part 4. The magic number. Now, to the question that brought you here. How many eggs can you safely eat per day? The honest, science-backed answer is reassuring. For most generally healthy adults, 2 to 3 eggs per day is a safe and powerful range. At this level, you support muscle maintenance and brain health without increasing heart risks. For older adults specifically, 1 to 2 eggs daily is a strong baseline. This ensures you get high-quality protein even if your appetite is low. If you are very active, if you lift weights, walk long distances, or do manual work, your body uses nutrients faster. In these cases, 3 to 4 eggs can be appropriate. Your muscles will use that protein for repair. What about diabetes? Research shows that eggs stabilize blood sugar because they contain no carbohydrates. 1 to 2 eggs can actually help improve satiety and reduce glucose spikes, provided they aren't eaten with white bread or sugary juice. And for cholesterol, modern reviews show that for the vast majority of people, dietary cholesterol does not spike LDL cholesterol. It is usually the sugar and processed oils in the diet that drive those numbers up, not the egg. So the general rule for Senior Prime Life listeners, 1 to 3 eggs is safe. Listen to your body. Part 5. A note of caution. Of course, we are all unique. There are a few exceptions. If you have a confirmed egg allergy, you must avoid them. If you have a rare genetic condition known as familial hypercholesterolemia, your body processes fats differently. In this specific case, you should work closely with your doctor. Also, if you have had your gallbladder removed, or you struggle with digesting fats, start slowly. 1 egg might be enough. And a small tip, if you ever get a headache or stomach upset after eating leftover eggs, you might be sensitive to histamines. Simply eat your eggs fresh and avoid reheating them. Part 6. The healthiest preparation. How you cook your egg is just as important as the egg itself. As we age, we want to lower inflammation. The healthiest ways to eat eggs are low-heat methods. Think of soft-boiled eggs, poached eggs, or gently scrambled eggs. You want to keep the yolk golden and tender. If you burn the egg, or cook it until it is brown and crispy, you oxidize the cholesterol. Oxidized cholesterol is what we want to avoid. Also pay attention to the pan. Cook your eggs in a little butter, ghee, or olive oil. Avoid inflammatory vegetable oils like soybean or canola oil. Pair your eggs with vegetables, spinach, tomatoes, or avocado. This balances the meal and helps your body absorb the vitamins. And timing matters. Many seniors feel best eating their eggs at breakfast or lunch. It provides steady energy for the day. If you eat them at dinner, keep the meal light. Part 7. Daily plans. So, how do you fit this into your life? If you want to manage your weight, try 2 eggs at breakfast with some spinach. This keeps you full and stops the mid-morning cravings. If you are focused on muscle strength, try 3 eggs after a walk or exercise session. If your digestion is slow, stick to soft-boiled or poached eggs. They are the gentlest on the stomach. It doesn't have to be complicated. For years, eggs were treated as something to fear, something to be counted and restricted. But the science is clear. The egg was never the problem. The confusion was the problem. When you understand how they work in the aging body, they stop being controversial, and they start becoming essential. They provide the protein to protect your muscles, the choline to sharpen your memory, and the healthy fats to stabilize your energy. When cooked gently and eaten with whole foods, eggs do not strain your health, they reinforce it. Aging is not a decline. It is a phase of life that responds beautifully to the right care. And sometimes, that care starts with something as simple as what is sitting in your kitchen right now. I would love to hear from you. How many eggs do you usually eat in a week? Has this video helped you feel more confident about including them in your routine? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every message. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Senior Prime Life. We are here to provide calm, science-backed guidance to help you stay strong and independent. We will see you in the next video.